right. So, Mo, you're ashamed to admit it, but now is the time, dude.
I'm not proud of this, okay? Not at all. But here I am, and I'm curious, as if y'all were in my shoes, would you do the same thing? So, obviously, with what we do, every once in a while, we get people that don't say the nicest of things. And 90% of the time, I'm able to ignore it. But there was one particular individual, and it was her persistence that had me in a position of, I have to know who this person is. And so this started, I would say, maybe 2 years ago. And it went from, like, at first it was comments on social media, but it was like coming from a page where I knew that it was somebody who was commenting from a page that wasn't actually them. So I muted the person, went on about my business, didn't think much of it. But then those same similar comments, because they weren't just like, basic you suck kind of comments. It was detailed. Like, this person was really taking their time with their hate. It was masterfully created, right? And
you couldn't even really be that mad because it was so well done.
I was like, damn, that's good. That's a nice little jab right there.
Did you say that there was something specific that was said?
So not at first, and that's where I'm going, is at first it was very generic, and I didn't think much of it, but then it went from social media to email, and I was getting like personal emails from this person, and I was able to tell that it was the same person. I was pretty sure it was the same individual.
Just the way they spoke and their descriptions and stuff like that, you're like, this sounds like the same person.
Right, and so I might have got like one email every 3 months or so.
Can you give us an example of like the texture of what the email said or what the social media comments were?
So I will. So at first, like I said, it started off where it was completely generic. And then after about, I'd say a year, I think they grew tired of me not responding, I feel like, because then it started to go into more detail. And it was always centered around two things. It was either race related to where it would be something about me being black and having made certain comments, or it would bring up my ex, like every single time by name. It would actually have her name in the email. And then it had not things that were like truly personal, but things that made me wonder, is this actually somebody who knows me personally, or who at least knows someone that knows me personally?
Were the race attacks the ones that you said that you struggled with in the very beginning of doing the show where, hey, you're not representing the community well?
No, not at all. It was more so like, I don't always date black women exclusively. Like, I date different types of women. So this particular individual was not happy with that.
How would this person know that?
So that's where I'm going.
Okay.
It was getting more personal and more personal about like my dating history and just things that I'm like, first of all, how do you even know this? Why does this bother you so much? And what is this about is really what it was. So for like the first year I let it go. Then it was another year of same type emails. And each time the anger in it would pick up even more. Like it would be like, basically you're a bad person because you don't always date black women exclusively. It's pretty much what it said, but it said it in a way that was very, very angry and very hateful. And so my friend says to me one day, you ever think that maybe this is your ex? And then that kind of threw me. I was like, nah, I don't think she would be writing this for. Because
was this the dating antichrist that you're?
No.
The ex that you're talking to someone else?
The dating antichrist is from years and years and years ago. But it was kind of ironic because the timeline of when these messages started to come is pretty much the timeline from when my last relationship ended, all the way up until the present. So my mind was kind of like, then I wanted to know. I wasn't really interested in who it was when I just thought it was someone that I don't know.
Sure.
But when he threw that in my head, I wanted to know. Like, now I'm curious. And then he said to me, well, I know a guy. And I was like, wait, what do you mean you know a guy? Like, I know a guy who can figure out exactly who this person is. If you tell me, if you send me the emails, because the emails kept coming. And then the person started tagging other people on the emails. So now you're not only angry with me, you want people in my life to also be angry with me.
They're CCing people?
Yes. Wow. Like it was a lot.
So this is personal.
It started to feel very, very personal. Like, why does this person hate me this much? What have I done to this person for them to hate me this much? So then I was like, all right, curiosity was starting to get the best of me. I want to know who this is.
Yeah.
Is it my ex? So he says he knows a guy. So I said, I send it to him and he sends it to his guy. And then he comes back to me and he says, the eagle has landed. We have information. Do you want it?
Duh.
Oh, come on.
So
Who's going to go, yeah, you don't have to think about it.
right? So I go, yeah, I want it. And then he says he's going to charge you $250.
Are you serious?
I'm like, $250?
You can't do that after the fact. That's something you say out like out the gate.
Not if you really want to get your $250.
Exactly.
You say, I got results. Do you want them?
I couldn't even be mad at the guy because it's a business. Like, that's his business. That's how he makes a living, by getting this kind of information. So the guy tells me straight up, I got everything. I got who she is. I got a name. I have a social media. I got her phone numbers. I got her address. He got everything. And he's like, if you want it, it's $250. So now I'm at the point where, of course, I wanted it when I thought it was going to be free. But now I feel like a bit of a psycho. I'm like, I'm paying all of this money just to know who this person is. So I call my friends and I'm like, would y'all do it? And they all, yes. Like, I've paid $250 for worse. Like, I would completely find out who this person is. So I was like, all right, you know what? I have to know. I need peace of mind on knowing if this is my actual ex or if this is someone I don't know. So I paid the $250.
You did.
And I have the results.
You do.
But I have not opened them yet.
Are you serious?
I haven't opened them yet, but I have them.
Radio soldier.
Yes, sir. So I don't know how I should go about it. I don't know if I'm gonna open them on my podcast this week, come in here and give y'all the results. But they sitting in my email as we speak, and I don't know who it is.
I'll pay the $250 if you tell us when we come back. I'll cover your $250.
No, you said plenty.
Okay.
Here's my cash up.
I should have said he charged $500.
All right, so when we come back, you'll open up and find out, the same as we will at the same time, who that person is.
100%.
Okay.
I'll do it right now.
Okay. So when we first started talking about this, you felt some kind of like shame that you actually paid to find out who this person was, but I would have done the same thing.
You would have?
Yeah.
Yeah, I felt like it was something I should have just ignored because, what I'm going to do with this information? But then, when my friend got in my head and made me believe it could possibly be my ex, I wanted to know.
Well, not just that, but it's like, it feels like, okay, so the hate, the trolling is coming from inside the house.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is somebody that's in or attached to my circle, maybe not in my circle, but knows my circle. And I would feel like a need to kind of protect myself and protect those around me from a person who's willing to go to these links to try to make you feel as bad as they're trying to.
So once those thoughts got into my head of who this person could be, do they know someone that I know personally? Where is this information coming from? My dude came to me and was like, I got a guy. He knows a guy who can hack into the emails and into the messages I've received and claim that he could find out exactly who this person is and all the information on this person so long as they have anything registered online. And I told him, let's do it. He came back to me and said, I have all of the information. Do you want it? It's going to cost you $250. I paid the $250. The eagle has landed. And I have 2 documents in front of me that were emailed to me where he claims they are 97% accurate, is what he said. And I have not opened them yet, but it's the tracedinfo.doc that is sitting right here in my attached email.
And before we went to break, because you were contemplating doing this unveiling on your podcast In the Moment, which is under the Pioneer Network, which is owned by Bert. And you were going to do it there, but Bert was like, yo, man, I'll give you $250 if you do it on our show.
Yeah, unless Katie going to give me $250. We're going to do it right here.
I am very, very, very curious. Okay, let's see what we got here. You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay.
All right.
And I'm wondering if you'll even know the name of the person.
I have no idea yet until I open this. So here we go. Why am I nervous? Okay. It says 2 possible names, age, 5 phone numbers, 6 addresses, 3 relationships, and 3 social media pages have all been found. It says it's 2 possible names, probably because one name is her married name and the other name is her name before. And it's okay. Well, it's not my ex.
Okay.
Okay.
Do I just say this person's name?
No.
How do I can't do that, right?
I mean, it's fact. I mean, you could. I don't know that I would.
Do you know the person?
I don't know this person. Not anybody that I can think of.
Somebody random. The area codes of the phone numbers.
762 and 770.
One is Atlanta. What is 762? Is
That doesn't really mean anything because my area code doesn't match where I live.
One is also 404 and there's also a 773.
762 is Augusta, Georgia.
Okay. And 773?
Chicago.
Chicago.
Random. And then obviously we know 404. The addresses are all in Georgia. Looks like Lithia Springs, Georgia. And Austell, Georgia.
That's out my way.
Oh, so
It's Tommy.
It's Tommy.
Is the name Renee Owen?
Yeah. Then it has apparently 2 people. I think one is her still. So 2 people that she's in a potential relationship with.
And you have the social media handles.
And I have the social media.
So what are you going to do with this information? Are you going to email her back and be like, yo, blank?
Well, hold on. Let's hold on a second. Let's not be done just yet. So you got your phone, right?
Yeah.
Why don't you go check out one of her socials while we're on the air here?
Okay.
Oh, yeah. See if she follows your ex or something.
See if you recognize her from anywhere.
Okay.
And you can give us more details without giving her her name.
Let me see. I have age.
How old?
43.
43, and you're wasting your life sending hate mail to a person you've never met?
Yeah, that's for 23-year-olds.
Exactly.
Wasting your life is when you got way more life left.
I'm at her Facebook. This appears to be her.
See if you got any mutual friends.
It's a lot of pictures. No mutual friends. I don't know this person at all. Yeah, interesting.
You got an Instagram handle or anything?
Yep.
Oh, that's a fun one.
Let's see who she follows.
What would you say she looks like?
She looks like a biatch who sends hate mail.
Yeah, she's an older brown-skinned woman, black hair. I don't know if her Instagram is going to have anything that her Facebook doesn't already have, but I'll check.
But like Cassie said, you can check out who she follows and see if there's any crossover.
So it would appear to be, you think it's a listener?
I'm thinking so, because I don't recognize her at all. I don't recognize her name.
But how would she know like the personal emails of friends and family? That's what's getting me.
Good question.
I mean, she hired the same guy Mo did.
Is she the top one?
You can get that stuff though through like I use Spokio to find people for the show, and it'll give you family members, and you can go down that line and get phone numbers and emails and all that stuff.
Well, and it is possible she's friends with somebody who doesn't like you.
Yeah, that's all I can get.
Okay, so we got, 43 years old, Austell.
It looks like she moved here from Chicago when she was 16.
Okay.
Just extra information. I guess.
No, keep going. If we're not going to give a name, you might as well give the other stuff out.
Well,
Somebody will know who it is and go, hey, you been messing with Mo?
And maybe all of this legit, but for the sake of like libel and defamation of character, like
There's none of that. This is all true.
no,
seen it
it's
right there?
it's 97%.
Go ahead, sue us for 3%.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. It's a bunch of, okay, so I see family pictures with her friends.
She got a school or anything listed?
It does have a school listed. I just saw it. It is it Chambly High School? Chambly High School. Graduated in 92. That's all it says.
Okay.
Apparently lives in Atlanta, Georgia presently.
If she graduated in 92, she's older than 43. Because I graduated in 97 and I'm older than 43.
She's like 50.
So at this point, now let's get back to Kristen's question. At this point, do you pursue it and go, hey, what's your beef? Or do you let it go now that you know who this is? And I'm sure we can find emails and email addresses, and you have her Instagram, so it would be easy to DM her now.
To be honest, probably not.
Okay, then give it to me.
A part of it's all yours. A part of me is disappointed it's not my ex. I thought I was going to joke. I think I really wanted it to be her. But now that I don't know this person, no, I don't hit to say.
Good morning, Vanessa. You're on the Bert Show. Hi.
Hey, I was going to say, I've been stalked before, and this sounds like stalker behavior. Mo, if I were you, I would take this information and try to get a restraining order immediately, because the behavior is definitely escalating, and you don't want to end up in a position where something bad is going to end up happening to you or one of your loved ones.
Thank you, Vanessa. That's a good point. That's why another reason why we shouldn't disclose the name is just because of what retaliation might come Mo's way if he does.
Yeah, we're not disclosing the name. Never we're going to.
I appreciate the heads up. Thank you.
But you got all the info. Do with it what you want, man.
Yes, sir.
The Bert Show.